Hello, I'm Jessica Weifel, and I would like to welcome you to the instructional video for Part 7 of the Skypia's Festival of Lights Crochet Along. In this video, we will be working the border. The written pattern can be found on the Skypia's website. A link will be in the description. For this video, I will be using UK crochet terms. I will link the video with US terms in the description. Round 1. Round 1 of the border begins with a standing half treble crochet. To make a standing stitch, we're going to place a slip knot or loop on the hook and then work our half treble crochet as normal. Now that we have our first loop on the hook, we're going to make a normal half treble crochet into the back loop of the first chain at any corner. Chain 1 to form the corner. Then make 210 half treble crochets back loop only. This is 1 in each stitch along the side. You may find that a gap forms at each of the joins. Don't worry, these gaps will be closed when we add the surface crochet details at the end. When you get to a join like this, where the join continues around the motif corner, you can catch the join as well as the back loop of the stitch that you are working in. Just make sure that you don't accidentally add a stitch. Continue working all around the blanket, making a half treble crochet in the back loop of each stitch along a side, and make a 1 chain space at each corner. I have worked back up around to this first corner. Before cutting your yarn, check your stitch count. You should have 210 stitches on each side and 4 corner 1 chain spaces. Once again, to needle join, you're going to cut your yarn, leaving a long enough tail to weave in the ends later. Then you will lift the loop on your hook until the yarn end emerges from the stitch. And place the tail on the tapestry needle. Skip the next stitch and insert the needle front to back under both loops of the following stitch. If you did not place a slip knot on your hook when making your standing stitch, you can gently remove the top portion of your stitch with your needle since we are replacing it right now. Reinsert your needle from where the yarn emerged from and back under the back bump as well. Now pull the yarn until it makes a false stitch that is equal in size. In the back we can crisscross our yarns. The next round is mostly back post stitches, so we won't be able to crochet over them. I recommend waiting until the end of the border to weave in all of these ends, as there will be more places to hide them. For round 2, we will rejoin yarn I with a standing double crochet in any corner 1 chain space. I am working everything in the same corner on this sample, but I recommend that you alternate corners each time that you rejoin your yarn. This way the ends don't all end up in the same corner, as that makes it slightly bulkier. So make a standing double crochet in any corner 1 chain space, chain 1, double crochet in the same corner space. Then we will make a back post double crochet around each of the next 210 half treble crochets. Then we will repeat this around each side and corner. I have worked back up to this first corner. Before cutting your yarn, check your stitch count. You should have 840 back post double crochets, 8 double crochets, and 4 corner 1 chain spaces. Once again, fasten off with a needle join. If you don't know how to do this yet, I recommend watching any of the other Festival of Lights Cal videos, since it's a bit hard to see this dark gray. Crisscross the ends in the back, and if you like, you can weave them through the back loops to crochet over them in the next round. For round 3, use the remnants of colors in an order that suits your preference. If you would like to match the samples exactly, the colors used are listed on the color placement chart, along with the number of popcorn stitches that are made with each color. If you are using the Metropolis kit, you may need to change the number of popcorns made in a color depending on how much yarn you have remaining. Join color of choice with a beginning popcorn in the double crochet before any corner. Make a beginning popcorn stitch by making a beginning treble crochet by making a double crochet chain 1 in the next stitch. Then make 3 more treble crochets into the same stitch. You should have a total of 4 treble crochets, including the beginning one in that stitch. Now remove the hook from the loop and insert it front to back through the 1 chain space of the beginning treble crochet. Pick up that loop again and pull it through. And that is your little popcorn completed. Chain 4 and skip the corner 1 chain space and 1 double crochet. I forget to skip the 1 double crochet here. Don't make the same mistake as me. Make another popcorn stitch into the following stitch. We're going to make 4 treble crochets into that stitch. Remove the hook from the loop. Insert it front to back through the first stitch. Pick up the loop again and pull it through. Chain 3 and skip the next 2 back post double crochets. Repeat, making 1 popcorn stitch, chain 3, skip 2 back post double crochets 70 times. Then you will make 1 last popcorn. This last popcorn stitch will fall in the first double crochet of a corner. Repeat this around each side and corner. When you get to where you want to change color, here's how we do it. When you finish a popcorn stitch, cut the yarn, leaving a nice long tail for weaving in. Attach the new color. I'm using a little knot here. Chain 3 with the new color. One, 2, 3. And now you can continue with this new color. Here is round 3 finished. For round 4, we will be working over all the chains from round 3 and into the stitches that were skipped from round 2. Start by joining yarn eye with a standing double crochet, working over round 3 and into the round 2 back post double crochet just before the last popcorn on any side. I started one stitch back from where I was supposed to. Either way will work, just make sure that both skipped stitches get double crochets by the end. Make a front post slip stitch around the popcorn. And in the corner 1 chain space, we will make 1 double crochet, again working over the round 3 for chain space. One half treble crochet, chain 1, one half treble crochet, and 1 double crochet. Front post slip stitch around the next popcorn stitch. Then we are going to make 2 double crochets, working again over the chain space into the skipped stitches. And front post slip stitch around the next popcorn. Repeat this 70 times, taking you to the next corner. Then repeat this all around every side and corner. When you get back to where the round started, the last double crochet and front post slip stitch of the repeat, or the last 2 double crochets in my case here, will be omitted because we already worked those at the start. This round will have 568 double crochets, 284 front post slip stitches, and 4 corner 1 chain spaces. When we finish round 4 of the border, you might still notice a gap at each of the joins. To close these gaps and really tie the border in with the joining, we will be working a slip stitch back loop only at the base of each half treble crochet back loop only stitch made in round 1 of the border. Hold your yarn eye on the wrong side or behind the blanket, and insert your hook from front to back in any corner space or really any space. I have chosen to start here to move a few of my ends away from the corner. Yarn over hook, pull up a loop through the space to the front. Insert the hook into the next space, yarn over hook, and draw through the loop on the hook. Continue this along the entire edge of the blanket. You can see here that this closes the gap and connects up the join neatly. Once we have slip stitched around the entire edge of the blanket, we will fasten off with a needle join. When needle joining a slip stitch, take the needle and insert it under these 2 loops of the first slip stitch. Then reinsert your needle from where the yarn emerged and pull it to make a false stitch identical in size. Crisscross the ends in the back and weave them in along with any other remaining ends. The ends of the joins can be used to clean up where the join meets the border. I will demonstrate how to do this in this spot here. I am going to bring this tail that is the end of a joining path to the front, but leave the end that is the beginning of a joining path in the back. And I will thread this end onto my needle. Then I will insert the needle under both loops of my slip stitch surface crochet in the stitch above, and then back down through the next slip stitch. Then reinsert the needle from where the yarn emerged and pull it to make a false stitch. Then I am going to insert the needle from back to front close to the top of this false stitch. And insert the needle under both loops of the first slip stitch of this other joining path. Then again, reinsert the needle from where the yarn emerged and pull it to make a false stitch. Essentially, we are imitating a slip stitch to join up these two joining lines and the surface crochet detail. Crisscross the ends in the back and weave them in. Once you have woven in any remaining ends, you may do another blocking if needed, and the blanket is completed. Thank you so much for joining me on this crochet along. I hope that it has been a great experience. I look forward to seeing all of your progress. Please be sure to share in the Xiepia's Facebook group or on Instagram with the hashtag Festival of Lights Cal. And if you have enjoyed or found this video helpful, you can let me know in the comments. And please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.